Hey everybody, I'm back with the second video of the Sega Nomad screen replacement. Now, I know there's been a bunch of other videos and this is just late coming in, but in any case, I had to move and all this got thrown into a box and I just finally got around to digging it out. So I think my last video was probably a year, 2 years ago, so I apologize for the wait, but I think that it is very worth it. So the screen has been replaced. It's a, I believe, 3.5 inch, just regular, video screen, composite input. What I wanted to make sure, and this is what is different from some of these mods, is that I don't want any dials. So I don't want any extra dials or switches to control the video. Everything was perfect out of the box. I didn't have to change a thing. The video's great. The motion blur is gone. The contrast, brightness, everything was perfect. So I ordered it out of China, I believe. Took me 3 weeks to get. Kind of ridiculous, but what do you do? So anyway, so here's the back. The other very, very important thing to me is that I wanted it to have a reliable battery source. And rather than spend the copious amounts of money that they want just for this plastic battery pack so that I can gut it and put a different battery in, I decided I'm going to put batteries inside the console so that there won't be any protrusions anywhere on the console. It'll look just like this, but it'll have its own battery power and it will have its own plug. Okay, this is off of a Sony camcorder, digital camcorder, just one I had lying around. And the battery, I believe, is a lithium ion or lithium polymer, one of the two. I've tested it with the battery, but now I can't find it again because I moved and it's all buried in a box somewhere. So what I've got instead is, this is the charging port out of the camcorder, and I ran this into the connections that the battery would go on. Eventually these will be removed. The wires, all this will be buried inside the console somewhere. So for now, I will just power this on. And it is worth noting that the battery that I'm using, it's just a smaller Sony battery. It's not one of the big fat ones. During my initial testing, I was able to get, I believe, 6 hours off of one charge, and the battery was 10 years old. So it's definitely a reliable thing if that helps anybody out. It's a Sony Handycam, digital something or other. I don't know, it's in pieces in a box somewhere. But, if you're looking to do, or what kind of battery to use, it's worked great for me. Again, it's old. It probably shouldn't work anymore, but it does. I left it on my test bench, got 6 hours out of it. And it was still running. I just got sick of testing it. So maybe it would go longer, I'm not sure. Anyways, so we got it plugged in here. Normally the battery would go on there. So we'll just go ahead and we'll turn this on. Sorry for all my blabbering on here. We'll just go ahead and focus in there. Alright, so you can see, if you compare this to my last video, that the color is a lot better. The motion blur is gone. If there is any motion blur, it's from my camera. So we'll just go ahead and we'll get into a game here. And nope, I did it again. Here, sorry. Let me reset the game. And we'll just go ahead here. Bear with me. Okay. Okay, so here we are in game. Alright, so you can see, obviously there's a little bit of distortion from my camera, but the motion blur is gone. The background looks great. Motion's smooth, color's good, brightness is good, contrast is good. Now it's worth noting that I did not have to do any modifications or any sort of adjustments to this screen out of the box. Everything came out of the box. I hooked it up, put it in place. Everything worked great. So It's out of China. I don't remember where I got it from, but I did have to go through, I think, 3 or 4 screens before I got a good one, one that actually worked. The other ones were only PAL, even though they said NTSC. So that's it. That's the whole thing for now. I'll be doing a third video when I get the battery inside the case, and I will show you that. So again, sorry for running on so long. I do like to talk a lot. I hope this was informative, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.